Hello dear subscribers. You are on the channel from AS Masters. And today we will make a clamp for money. What we need for this? We need leather for this. It will even look like this. It will be wide. We calculate for the widest bills, that is, euros. If your bills are thinner, then add 1 centimeter from the width of the bill. If possible, prepare these pieces in advance. Put them like this and fix them, so that they lie like this for a while, so that your bill holder already takes on a certain form. What else do we need? The bill holder will be on the button. So we need a set of buttons. It consists of 4 parts. We need a button. We will need a seam. A punch, must have. A needle, a thread. Scissors. Knife. 2 pieces of leather for the pockets. A clasp mechanism. A circle for marking. If you have such a pen, a silver ampoule, great. If you have sawdust for sharpening, use that. A ruler, 30 centimeters is enough. And such a punch. If you have all that, prepare some tea. Press pause. When the tea is ready, we start. The first thing that is necessary. Prepare in advance how to place our future bill holder. Before taking any hasty actions, we need to calculate how to sew this button. For this we insert it in the opposite direction. Press it. Try to calculate the most convenient position, with the help of a seam where our skins converge. Take into account immediately that you will pierce here too, so here it should be 3 to 4 millimeters. After we make a mark, we can already find out how much distance we will need for this. Our distance is 2.4 millimeters. With a skin thickness of approximately 1.8 millimeters. Note that each leather has a different distance, at which it is necessary to punch it. Why did I show such an example? Because each leather thickness behaves differently. For this very reason, it is necessary to first put it here. Put a mark. And only then calculate this distance and punch. We mark and punch. I will use carbon for 4 millimeters. You can use the one you have. Then you will need to sew it. But that is later. Because we still have pockets. For convenience, we need to put these pockets. Put a button. Make a markup and punch. Then the first stage is prepared. Then we move on to the next one. In order for us to have the dimensions here convenient, it will be like this, so that nothing sticks out too much. Then for convenience, we need to make such a notch here. For this, you can use a punch and punch. And you can also use any other tool. For example, a coil. Of course, it is better to do it with a special ruler. But when there is no such thing at hand, you can use a handy tool. On the second side we do the same. Then we mark it. If you do not have such a compass, just step back the distance from the edge. Mark it with a ruler. You can use a sewing marker or a pen. Then, so as not to make a mistake with the size here, we need to set the distance at which the pockets will be sewn on. So as not to make a mistake on the second side, we measure the distance from this mark to this one, and transfer it just here. We put a pin. Check here. Do the same. You can use a pen. After we have pierced everything, we need to put a button. For this, we put our brakes. Close our valve. And see where we will put it. I recommend using a ruler to calculate the distance here. Then we carefully lay it down, so that our height also coincides. And carefully pierce a little, so that it is transferred here. We check our distance, where everything worked out. We also check option number 2. In the second option, we first pierce the hole. Put it out. In the first option, fold it. Turn it over. Align it. Be sure to align it. And attach our button and press. Everything coincided. Now you need to install the button. After we installed the buttons, we need to sew the clamp itself here. And then sew the pockets. In order to sew our product correctly, we need to start collecting it. Determine which side will look at us. And only after that, we begin to sew the clamp. We insert it here. And clamp it on this side. We take a thread with a needle. And from this side, we begin to sew under the tension. The first stitches will be complex, so I recommend that you be patient. Do not forget that we need to sew it, so that it moves a little here, but does not fall out. So that our seam does not come off, I had to sew it again. You can also, for the sake of beauty, so as not to spoil the product, put the threads here inside. Press them here on a knot. And cut off. After which this part needs to be turned around. And then you can only sew the pockets. Well, from this we work. This is the stitching of the pockets. We sew on the other side. Then we just have to process the edges, and everything is ready. Pay attention. In this particular one, I sew the pockets so that the cards will be outside. Not from the inside, as it usually is, but from the outside. We got such a clamp. Money is inserted here. Cards are inserted. So it closes. If you put a lot of cards here, then you will have the opportunity to close, so that they do not fall out. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, like it. Ask your questions. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to put a bell. Bye everyone, see you soon.